Well, welcome back, everyone. It's day 2 of the Whole Life Coach certification, and we haven't lost anybody yet, I don't think. Okay, it's very rare to get through a Whole Life Coach certification without somebody leaving. Okay. Okay, and you know what? Some people aren't ready, because guess what happens? To actually take the Whole Life Coach certification says I'm going to honor myself. I'm going to find out what my true authentic self is, or at least I'm going to give it a really good shot. Because understand something, one Whole Life Coach certification can save your life, and it can help you to start changing your life. But what are you going to do when you go back home to your family? What are you going to do when you go back to your friends? What are you going to do when you start going back to your town? Because your town didn't change, your family didn't change, and your friends didn't change, but you changed. And then they're going to feel like, wow, really? Is this what happens when you go away? You're not like us. You're not like us. So it doesn't matter whether you've improved your life, because I'm going to tell you something right now. When I told everybody that I needed to change, that I needed to find unconditional love for myself, you know what everybody said in my family and all my friends? No. Good for you. Go do it. And then when they saw me starting to change and my vibration starting to change, then I was selfish. Then I was self-centered. Then they weren't good enough. Even my own children. Okay? And the woman I was married to, right? But you know what? I'll be honest with you. There was never a time in my life that I wanted to kill myself. But if I didn't change, I would have killed myself anyways. Through smoking or drinking, or just through the self-loathing that I was doing on myself because I wasn't good enough. And that was that program that was put into me. I have to tell you honestly, I don't care if the whole world doesn't like me. I love me. And I'll love the whole world, because I know that if the whole world can't honor and respect who I am, okay, they're not who they need to be or who they would love to be, and they may never get there, but I will love them anyway. I had a conversation with someone that's in the group, and I just told him, I said, you know what, you can keep on being angry at these people, but understand something, at least you should call them up every 5 minutes and tell them that you're killing yourself. Because you are. You're going to have an autoimmune disease, because autoimmune disease means you're attacking yourself. First on an emotional level and then on a physical level. There is no autoimmune disease that never started in your mind first. Okay? That's the bottom line. Let me tell you something. If you have a husband or a wife and you're here alone, good luck. Good luck. Oh, you drank the Kool-Aid. Oh, you joined a cult. Yeah, because unconditional love for yourself is the worst crime that you can commit today on this planet. It's the worst crime. And you know why? Because everybody is programmed. We're not human beings, we're human doings. My God, we're out terrorizing each other, telling on each other, poisoning each other. Look at the police, what they're doing. Look what the military are going to be doing in just 2 months. There will be civil war this winter in the United States and Canada and Europe and everywhere else around the world. There will be civil war. The haves and the have-nots. You haven't got your vaccine, we're coming for you. And the government is going to give their approval, because the government is ruled by another government that no one ever sees, that lives in the shadows, that's been living and creeping and crawling like some snake serpent since the beginning of this planet. Because if you ever really understood the story of where we came from, it's not the story you've been told. You need to understand something. Thousands and thousands of years ago, they would make all the slaves wear muzzles, masks. Well, you can forget that. It's not happening. Not on my watch. Del Bigtree is taking the governor of California to court. They are suing him. And they're going to win. Even if they lose, they're going to win. They're going to blow this one out of the water. Enough is enough. So anyways, we finish here on Sunday, right? I not have to, but I'm flying out on Monday morning really early because I don't have to be there till Wednesday. But Wednesday, I will be meeting with 60 of the top health and most powerful activists in the world. And we will be lecturing at the Truth About Cancer. This will be the biggest lecture that's ever gone down in the world. In the world. Yeah. Yeah. I lecture at 5:05. The most perfect time. It's on Friday, Saturday, finishes on Sunday, and Ty gave me 5:05 Saturday night. I only get choked up because I really believe we're going to win. But we're going to lose a lot of people. We're going to lose the physical part of them, but we'll never lose the spirit part of them. And that's what you need to hold on to over the next 3 years. Their spirit will never, ever die. They will have given up their physical body because they didn't understand the rules of the game. Sean, do we have Zoom on for people that wanted to join?
Yes, we do.
It's just that I don't see anything on the computer.
Yeah, I got it online.
Okay, greedy.
And, yeah.
Just got to have everything. So anyways, yeah, there's people that I really care for, you know, and really love. Well, that would be the world, but people that are closer to me and I have close relationships with, that I just won't discuss it anymore. And I know in my heart they're probably going to take it. But the reality is I know that we have answers for it, but it's like playing Russian roulette. You know, you don't want to get snake eyes on this one, right? Somebody said to me, could you get a fake vaccine passport for me? And I said, well, probably, but I'm not going to. Because understand, you remember those machines that you go through and they x-ray you? Well, those machines actually have built into them that they can tell if you've got the nanoparticles in there. So that's gonna, and those nanoparticles, they are antennas for the 5G because they're gonna be programming your genetics.
I see a bunch of activists kicking those machines over last night.
Yeah, well, the reality is that's okay, that's great, but guess what? All the people that got vaccines that saw them smashing this, all they are is radicals, and that's not going to change the world. Smashing things does not change the world. So let's get that right now, all right? Let's understand something right now. If we all just, you know what, if we all just said no, and if we all said, look, let's help each other out, okay? And if we all just said we're going to help each other out, but we're not going to because we all have, most of us have poverty consciousness and scarcity, right? We're scared of everything. Lori and I have spent now $160,000 on this project that we didn't have to spend. I've never asked anybody for your money. I told you don't come here unless you want to become a leader. Don't become a follower. And it doesn't matter. You can do all the good things you want, but it's like every day I get at least a half a dozen people commenting or emailing me that good luck with your cult. You know, so the reality is this. You've got to understand the world you live in. People are always going to hurt themselves and hurt others until they learn how to love and care for themselves. So that's why I tell you that observation, not judgment, is what's going to get you through this. And observing that you can't live with that person anymore. Observing that you can't go to that bar. Observing that that's not your group anymore. It's not about dishonoring them, it's about honoring yourself for the first time in your life. I already said this, 6 months ago I said, Halloween won't be no treats, it'll all be tricks. I'm right. I said November 3rd or 4th, something's going down. I don't know what it is. But I will tell you that civil war is coming from all around the world because that's what these people want. You got to understand something. These people, okay, believe that you are a useless eater. You're a useless eater. Well, you are. Look at the shit you'll eat. Emotionally, mentally, and physically, look what you'll eat. We are so programmable. And I'm not picking on you because guess who ate it? Me. I ate it. Until you love and care for yourself, you will eat everything they give you. Because it's just a program. Everything's a program. I'm running a program right now, and I can smell stinking thinking, stinking food. I can smell it a mile away. And because I know that I was where everybody else was in my life, I will only observe, not judge them. But I'm not going to hang around them. Look at 3.5 years ago, I decided I wanted to move to Mexico and create something like we're doing. And you can believe this or not. 3 months later, I'm doing a course in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I get a call to come out to the reception. And it's Jose who owns the place, saying, I'd like to hand this over to you. Whoa, really? Yeah. So 3.5 years later, we're here. Are you tired of being scared? Are you tired of not being enough, not having enough? Are you tired of looking for approval, taking things personal? Well, guess what? You better not be. Because don't take it personal, but when you go back, you're going to be under attack. And you're not under attack from their heart or their spirit. You're under attack from the program because people only use 10% of their brain because that's the way we were genetically engineered to only use 10% of our brain. We already discussed that yesterday. And that's science. So when people only are capable of using 10% of their brain, you don't use your brain, you use your what? Your heart. Your heart. Okay, I'm going to do a program on the heart. I may not get it written until Christmas, but I'm going to do a show just on the heart. If you were to touch your heart every time somebody talks to you or you find yourself in a place of fear or something, just touch your heart. And just think about your heart and think about the God spot in your heart. You might say nothing, even if they're demanding an answer. But what you will say is you'll say, leave that with me, or I'm not doing this anymore. And you will whisper, and it will come out like a lion's roar. I don't care about the people who don't care. Why do you? Why do you care for people that don't care? Because guess what? You want to be a savior. I need a challenge. I want to save something that's not savable. Oh, let me find a broken man so I can fix him. Let me find a broken woman so I can fix her. Why do you have to stick your nose into everything? Why can't you just become everything for yourself and then attract other people that want to be everything so you don't have these bumps along the road? And if you're not going to change, then you better buckle up, baby. Because now, think about before 6 months before COVID. Most of your life sucked. You weren't in control of your emotions. You had fear about money anyways. So nothing's really changed except that made you pick a better life and work on yourself more. So you bless COVID, even though it doesn't exist. You bless it. But then we made everything up anyways, didn't we? Those of you who want to go home, take your powers home and change people, you're delusional. Yeah, you just wasted your time, your money, and you made yourself sick. When you go home, you've got to invest into the mirror work, love band, connect to your breath. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you are hanging around with. So you might have to get rid of 3 or 4. And if you don't, you're just going to go back to the way you were. You mean I have to give up? You know, you didn't give up your friends. You just chose to have new ones. Unless those friends go, wow, I'm just so interested. Unless somebody says, I'm interested. I would like to learn more. Don't open your mouth. Do not open your mouth. And just remember, okay, I'm not going to be there to help to take it out of your mouth. And then once you get it in your mouth, try to digest what you just did. You know what? Just think if you went home and you didn't try to sell unconditional love to people who don't even want it. But what if you didn't do that and you were that? People would admire you. And then guess what? You would magnetize the right people. But no, go ahead and just screw it up and go home and look and go, now I've got the weapons I need to change him. Really? Wow. You're going to get castrated. Good luck. Because he would have been here. And I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying the masses. There will be people here that have a wife or a husband or a sister that would have loved to have been in here, but they're already asking questions. You would know that. They're giving you clues. Hi, hon, I'm in the course. That's good, hon. Hope you like it. Is there a clue there? Yeah. Come on back. Long as the course makes my life easier, we're good. And it's not their heart, it's their subconscious. People are not bad, they're... Say it out loud, come on. Their beliefs are. Okay, so image of yourself in the world creates the thought creates the emotion creates the frequency. Do it enough, and do enough frequencies, you create the highway in the electrical system, and you can decide what it's based on. So how many women here are going home to save their man? I thought the man was supposed to save you. Little ass backwards, isn't it? Men don't like to be saved. Go ahead and try to save them. They'll dig in their heels. That's my job! And that's the subconscious. Boy, have you got work to do.
It's our bad beliefs, and I never understood, that whole series, Breaking Bad. I never got that title. I get it now. They're breaking the bad beliefs and substituting higher ones, higher vibrational.
Well, you don't want to break them again. See, now that we've taken energy to try to break something. But no, you're right. You're right on track. But please, there can be no aggression in the words. But I love it, Breaking Bad, okay? I love it. So you're on track. You weren't off track. So I just want you to know that was really great. That's good thinking. The reality is, we don't even have to erase the bad. It can sit right here. I'm just not looking there anymore. Why do I look there? I don't need to look there. I'm going to look over here. Just start looking at what you want. Don't try to get rid of what you don't want. Well, yeah, but he's in my house. Don't try to get rid of what you don't want. But how do I get? Well, just go and live your life. Do you want to come? Nope, don't want to come. Then go. And then eventually, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger because it's the attachment. Be attached to nothing. What are you saying? Oh, Daryl, aren't you attached to your partner? Yeah, but I trust her. Okay, you know what? I trust her. I trust her with everything. The only time that she's upset is when I'm an ass. And she's not upset. She just wants me to be better. And that's who you want to look for. I try not to talk like this, but this is where we're at right now. This is about you. That beautiful, beautiful you that should be cherished and loved, caressed. You. Nobody can matter but you right now. Why? Because what do you think, okay, and I don't mean to do this, okay, but what do you think I'm talking about? This is the way Jesus lived. And everybody talks about, oh, I just want to be like Jesus, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Really? 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 Is that what you want to be like? Then why are you out judging other religions? Why are you out judging other colors, other people? Why are you out judging people? Really? Jesus died because he was unconditional love. They murdered him. He didn't say, hey, come on over and murder me. I'm going to die for everyone. Even in that story, they try to make us feel bad, don't they? It's not working. Superhero. That's what he was. Superhero. He had to become that to be able to give it. You can't give what you're not. And this is not a religion class, guys. So get that. Because they took a very beautiful being and made it into something that's not true today. Just as they will take you, if you decide to stand on your own, in your heart, fill up your own heart, and love your life, you will be taunted by the masses, by the idiots, by the morons. And idiot means what? Lack of knowledge. Morons, lack of research. We could come out of this amazing, but you're going to have to learn that it's the heart first. Which means what? What does that mean? What does that mean, Cheryl? The heart first. You. That's right. You. And don't you dare tell me that Jesus didn't come first, because he did. He did come first. He put himself first. By unconditionally loving everyone. That's how you do it. But you can't do that until you love yourself. So if Jesus didn't love himself, how could he love everyone else, Cheryl? No, 1 and 1 are 2, love, not 11. And I'm not going to keep going on about the Jesus thing, because I don't want people to think that I'm, because I'm not. I'm not living in some little box. We can all be the hero of this story. Are you willing to stand up for what you truly believe? Measure how much scarcity you have in your life, and measure how scared you are today about things. When I say something, if it scares you, just go, blow it off. Because everything is just a program. What are you thinking? Tell me what you're thinking, please. You've got to. You can't hold it. You're going to blow up right now on me.
Just my 14-year-old daughter at home that's fully vaccinated with her dad.
But guess what? Even if she's fully vaccinated, it's fine. Because guess what? When she wants help and she wants to turn this around, did you ever notice we always find a way? Did you ever notice that? Oh my God, it's the end. Oh, look who's coming out of the bush, the hero. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. So what is this doing right now for you and her?
Nothing.
Thank you. So basically, you're using her story to feed your program. Because your mother's always been like this, right? This is her shit. This is what you do. Oh my God, what time is it? Can somebody tell me the time? Oh, it's 9:20. Yep, you're right on time. Okay, so how long is this going to last for her? Don't say a word. How long will she last? Will it be 10 minutes or will it be 2 hours? How long? Well, 10 minutes and she'll pull it together? Okay, well,
No, it'll be 3, 2, 1.
how long before it goes again? Is she going to go again? She'll go again tomorrow, right? She's a one a day, isn't she?
Like once every 3 days.
Oh, once every 3 days. Do you see? Calendar tracking. That's where you love someone. I love you. And guess what, Mom? You're right on schedule. Every 3 days, she's got to go. Okay?
What time is it? I can't hold it much longer.
It's true. How you doing now?
Much better.
Yeah. See? She was ready to go over the cliff. Right? Then we pulled her pants down. She had to pull her pants back up and get off the cliff. It's a good thing you wore underwear. So what do you think? What do you think?
Can't control it.
What?
Let it go. I can't control it.
Well, right now you can't control yourself. That's the thing you can't control. It's not about her. No, now I want you to say, I'm not in control of my emotions. Say that.
I'm not in control of my emotions.
Yeah. When I do become in control of my emotions,
When I do become in control of my emotions,
I'll be the hero that I was looking for.
I'll be the hero I was looking for.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see you here at 9:20 in 3 days. Everybody, 9:20, 3 days. Okay, so today's what, Monday?
Yes.
Tuesday? Wednesday? So she's either going to pop Wednesday or Thursday because I'm not sure what the third day is. Okay? All right? So let's watch for it and just watch this. If you see her around 9:18, go to the bathroom. Okay? Go knock on the door and say, we know what you're up to. Get your head out of the toilet. I love you. Yeah, you got this. Yeah. Listen, I probably have children that are vaccinated right now. And they're probably not even telling me. Right? So the reality is I would want them to tell me and not be angry at them. Because guess what? Now you get to be the hero again. Do you understand? Okay. So is she really crying because she's all vaccinated, or she's crying because she feels guilty because she wasn't a good mother, and if I was a better mother, she wouldn't have vaccinated? There's the truth. And guess what? She was the best that she could be with the tools they gave her. They weren't sharp enough, okay? They said, here's a hammer, go tighten the screw. How could we do that? All mothers were screwed before they started. All of them. Here's your manual. Now go abuse your family emotionally, physically, nutritionally. Everybody else is doing it, and this is as good as it gets. Welcome to your world. I love it. Because I nailed their asses. I know exactly what they're doing now. All I have to do is unconditionally love myself and you guys. Well, that's a big job. No, it's not. I love you guys. Yeah.
I felt it.
Yeah.
I felt it.
And you know what? If it was only just us left on this world, I would pour all my love into you. And I would love every moment that I'm alive. If it was just us left. You think about that. And then you know I'm not kidding. As long as I'm here, I am going to love with all my heart. Right, Sam? What are you thinking, Sam? Yeah. It's your God-given right. And I don't even know what God is, but it's your God-given right. God is not something that judges. What a bunch of crap. You've all been ruled, schooled, and fooled. Doesn't matter what you do, you will never be judged. Don't worry, you've judged yourself and put yourself in hell here. Right, Sam?
Right.
When are you going to get out?
Right now.
Really? Because you're servicing these psycho serpents. That's it. Don't blame your family. Don't blame your friends. Don't blame the government. These are all just moronic people that haven't got a brain. Because guess what? You can't use your brain on this planet. 10% is not great. Use 100% of your heart, and guess what? You'll never be torn apart again. Ever. That's the deal. That's the deal. God, if I just use 10% of my brain, because that's all that we've been allowed to use, we've been manipulated, guys. You already know. I told the story, not online, to you the other day, didn't I? And that's the story that I know is real as I know is real. So use 100% of your heart and watch your spirit fly. Yes?
My shaman teacher taught me that it's very important to think with your heart and feel with your mind. If you switch them, then you're always thinking with your heart.
Take every thought that you have and come up through your heart so that you can totally saturate it with that unconditional love. Do not feel with your mind. Don't do it. Do not trust your mind until you have mastered unconditional love, because your mind is only a program. So unless every prominent, dominant thought is based in self-love and self-care, and you're not even having to forgive anybody anymore, don't trust your mind for nothing. Because it'll trick you with your feelings. Sorry. And I mean sorry to him. He's probably a great person, but he's wrong. Do not trust your mind. It's a landmine until you wrote the story and it's the authentic you, and you'll know. Because it doesn't matter who cries, lies, or justifies, or tries to make you feel bad, take things personal, and you'll never need approval again from anyone. And understand, we have been taught that if we totally unconditionally love ourselves, we'll stab our family in the heart. We do. It's the opposite. Don't you understand that everything you've been taught is the opposite of what it is? So we keep having these discussions, and we're going to have them all week, in and out. We're going to do products in a minute here, and we'll change the whole environment, let you process things. But then tomorrow I'm going to come in again, boom. And then I'm going to go boom. And then I'm going to go boom. And I'm going to go boom. And I'm going to come from every way, because I'm going to grab everybody okay, and get everybody before the end of this week. And what am I going to get you with? Unconditional love.
Shock treatment.
Are you, that's right. The right kind of shock treatment, okay? All right? Cheryl, you suffer for everybody in your family. And it's killing you. It's killing you. Holy crap, you have not had your own life since you were 2 or 3 years old. How are you even surviving? What? You don't know. How many times have you wanted to kill yourself?
To think about it once.
Yeah, and how'd that go over?
Not kidding.
No, there was only a butter knife?
No, I did talk myself out of it.
Yeah? Did you figure out how you were going to do it?
I did think about it, yeah.
Well, how were you going to do it?
I was going to OD.
You're going to overdose. Okay. And why did you have to opt out? Oh, and I do need to tell you guys. Religion, why don't you take this and shove it? Everybody that ever committed suicide didn't go to hell. They opted out because they lived in hell and they couldn't stay here anymore. So understand, nobody went to hell. You go to hell. Crawl into a hole so deep, because then you get all the shame and the guilt in the family, and the family goes, I don't know their name anymore, don't want to speak their name anymore. My God, did you know that 100 years ago, you could pay $50 to the Catholic Church to get your grandmother out of hell? I'll tell you what, I'll give you $30 for her. Come on, make a deal with me here. She wasn't that bad. She made good pumpkin pie. Are you guys getting this stuff?
Yes. We are.
How long did you think about it?
It's probably about a span of a week.
Yeah, yeah. Thank God you took a week. Yeah. So what made you decide not to?
I finally kind of decided I was worth more than that.
Worth more than what?
Opting out.
Okay, but guess what? How long ago was that?
Probably 15 years ago.
Yeah, so, but I mean, you made a decision not to, but you haven't lived for the last 15 years. You've been in survival mode. It's like hitting me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to tell you to quit the class and go home, unless you're going to unconditionally love yourself. Just kidding. Just kidding. Never. Do you think you can start trying?
I'm working on it.
Yeah? Do you need like 1 million hugs a day? Guys? You need to help her. You need to help her. You need to talk to her. You need to keep at her and at her and at her. She has a beautiful little girl that's been gone since she's 3 years old. I don't know what the hell happened to you when you were 3, but 3 years old is coming right in here. Holy shit. You haven't even lived your life since you were 3. Now that's a warrior. Come here. Come here. Thanks for hanging in. Okay, all right. Thank you. I mean, thank you. See how brave you are?
Yes.
What if you took all this energy and you just loved yourself instead of trying to hide the butter knife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm coming for you when you're ready. She was ready. So know that. I did not attack her. I did not attack her. Okay? They were attacking themselves. I just wanted to help. Feel better? Yes. Yes. Cheryl, I don't know what went on, but I'm picking it up. And I would have wanted to kill myself too. Understand that. It was a normal and logical decision for the way things were going in your life. Your family's highly dysfunctional, Cheryl. You need to break from the hurt as much as you can. Okay? You need to create new friends that don't want to leave and want to stay and thrive. We don't want you to just live, we want you to thrive. I want you to have really big goals here, okay? But just taking one breath at a time, okay? Making a change. I want you to, every night when you go to bed, I want you to say, I changed 1% today. I changed 1%. Do you think you could change 1%? I think we changed about maybe 5% right now. Are you going to hang on to that, or are you going to just throw it away as soon as you walk out the door? How are you going to? You're going to stop eating crap. You're going to stop calling people that talk crap. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? You're going to block phone numbers of terrorists, whether they're family, friends, or whatever. Block them. Block them. I block people just like this. You're blocked. Honey, yes, I'm blocking you for the next month. I love you so much. You think I'm kidding? I just did it. Yeah, but I want to No, no. Find some self-respect for yourself, and then guess what? Maybe then let's start all over again. I don't lie. I don't have to. Because I will do the work with my family and my friends because I love them. I will not put up with their crap anymore, because if I do, then I'm allowing them to create an even crappier program that might take their life. Protecting yourself is not selfish. Protecting yourself and honoring and loving yourself is holding the line for others to pave the way. What's this got to do with the whole life coach? Well, guess what? If you actually get this, the nutritional part is the easy part. Let me tell you something. 99.9% of all the natural health practitioners out there, they would never work for me. And I am not better. I am not better. The only thing that I do differently is unconditional love for myself. And if you can't have unconditional love, you can't work for me. Because that means you're not giving it to people on the phone or in the office. And that's what's going to turn the world around. Because if you had unconditional love for yourself, you would ignore a bully. You would smell BS, dysfunctional belief systems, 100 miles away. Unless it was vibrating as high as you or higher, you don't want it. Why would you accept it? Now, believe it or not, we've been talking for probably 45 minutes. Now you can go take another course for a year, and I guarantee it's not going to hit home like this did. Because guess what? You're told not to tell the truth. You're told not to risk. If you're not risking every day a little bit, and it doesn't make you a little bit nervous and you turn it into excitement, then you're not living. I think we'll take a 10-minute break, everybody, and then we'll come back and we'll do products, because now we need to just bring the energy down and get back into the physical realm, which would be nutraceuticals. Thank you, everybody.